Hey, hey, hey. Anybody? Ooh. Anybody out there? I lost everyone. Good, evening for you all. I'm going to sit here and wait just a couple minutes to see if anyone comes on. Put myself up there. All right. I'm afraid to touch it. I'm going to mess it up again. So welcome to Beauty for Ashes, Real Talk by Speak Up and Empower. Yay. Say, hey, Laura, good to see you. I just came from working out, so I feel like not my usual self, but it's good because I needed to go run and I needed to get some exercise in. And if I was going to come back and be hot and sweaty and whatever else, that was going to be okay. Because today we're going to talk about grace. And that was part of it, is giving myself grace to be able to do the things that I need to do. And if I don't look the way I want to look, or if I don't get everything done that I needed to get done, it's okay. So I'm going to back up first and give kudos to my Real Talk by Speak Up and Empower. So, or welcome to Speak Up and Empower. It's Real Talk. This is Beauty for Ashes. So thank you everyone for being here. Speak Up and Empower is an online membership-based community of heart-centered people who envision more for this world. A community of experts from a wide range of fields who have a voice that needs to be heard, along with a community of amazing members of all colors, sexual orientation, religions, and cultures who are searching for more in their lives. And I welcome everyone today. This is the Beauty for Ashes show, and I've talked a little bit about, Beauty for Ashes and what that means, coming through the fire, not smelling like smoke, coming through everything else that we've come through, and either being covered with ashes or just have a little bit of ash still on us, and trying to move forward and get through that, get through the pain and get through everything that we've been through. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about grace because it came up for me in many different ways. Like we're not getting stuff done on time. Our plans don't go as we wanted. We're just feeling kind of blah or whatever that is. And for me today, I had a lot on my plate and I had a lot that I needed to get done. And the number one important thing to me to get done today was to run. And I haven't done it in a long time. And I set a goal for myself to get it done today, and I was going to get it done. So and I did get it done. I ran for 2 miles, which isn't very far, but starting back up, it works. And I'm giving myself the grace to put other things that needed to be put aside first. And that is making dinner later or taking care of something that isn't as important to me later. And that's okay. The other thing that came up to me today on giving myself grace was I was talking and telling my story. And in the midst of telling my story and saying that I don't let things affect me as I used to, or I don't worry about shame and judgment, I started crying as I was telling the story. Hold on just a second. I forgot to shut the door. So as I was telling parts of my story that I have healed from, I'm not completely healed from, and that's okay. It takes a long time sometimes for us to heal from whatever trauma that we went through. And today for me, it was not a slap in the face, but I'm not 100% healed because of the emotions that came up with that, and because of all the other feelings that came up with that. I had to give myself grace to cry and to say, it's okay that I don't have it all figured out. It's okay that it still kind of affects me. That's okay. And I think a lot of times we don't give ourselves the grace that we give others. We might give our friends did something, or maybe they didn't show up on time, or maybe they didn't do something that they said they were supposed to do. And as friends, we give them grace. It's okay. You're here now, or whatever, the case may be. We tend to let that go, but we don't do that for ourselves. Why? Why are we our biggest critic, the person that we're hardest on? Why? We need to give ourselves just as much grace as we give our significant other, our kids, our friends. And think about that today. Are there some things that you beat yourself up about because you didn't do on time, or you didn't get past your to-do list, or it didn't go as planned, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's ruined, when in fact it's not? Do you think of those things? Do you give yourself that grace to say, you know what? It's okay. I didn't get it done. There's tomorrow. I didn't get it done. I can do it later today. I didn't get it done at whatever time. Or like me earlier, this affected me and I didn't anticipate it, but it's okay. I got through it. And actually, I realized that it does still affect me, and I can focus on that and figure out, all right, there's more to this process. What else do I need to do? So the definition of grace is it's kind of everywhere. But one of the definitions is love and mercy given to us by God. Another one is kindness that we give others in kind of in forgiveness because something didn't get done or whatever. But the other part of grace is noticing your struggle. That, to me, that's the one that leapt out. Noticing your struggle. How many of us stop for a minute and notice our struggle? Hello, happened today, noticing struggle. How many times do we not want to notice our struggle, and we just keep pushing it back, keep pushing it down, keep making it not be an issue, when in fact it's continuing to build and build. And then it just kind of just overflows or explodes, whether it be an emotion, a reaction. And then that is when we either get upset with ourselves, or someone else gets upset with us because we let something go for way too long without acknowledging and giving ourselves the grace to fix it or heal it or forgive it. Does any of that ring to anyone? Is any of that resonating with anyone? What is it that you've noticed? It might not be today. It may have happened over the weekend. It may be something that you're thinking about over and over again, and you're, like I said, putting it aside. What is it that you need to allow yourself grace on? And today, like I said, multiple things. Emotions got crazy, allowed myself grace to get through it. Today, I wanted to run, and I knew I was going to run, and I was going to allow myself grace to be here in my tank top and sweaty hair and all that, because it doesn't matter. Those things to me don't matter. What mattered to me most was being here on time, running, and the rest is okay. So there's a lot of stuff that I think that we go through that we tend to make a priority, when in fact there's some other things that we need to make a priority instead of. You look at your to-do list, whether you have it written down or it's in your head, some of those things that we are just stuck on, some of those things, do they really matter? Are they something that we really have to work on right now, or the world's going to end? Because there's some things that we do prioritize that way, and they really aren't a priority, and we get so stuck on it, right? So Today, like I said, is talking about grace. And I wanted to see if I had anybody on here. But what is it that you might need to give yourself grace for? What is it that you need to give yourself a pass for? I need to forgive myself for. I need to not be so hard on myself for. I need to let this go. There's a lot of things to me that I've learned over the years, the last 4 or 5 years, that they don't matter to me. And I know that they matter to other people, but in the big picture, they're not a big deal. I'm going to give you a for instance. How do you fold your towels? How do you fold your towels? I fold my towels the same way that a lot of people fold their towels, but they aren't perfect. I don't fold them perfectly because it doesn't matter. Does it matter that the corners, each corner, all four corners touch and we fold it up and we put it perfectly in the cabinet? Does it matter? In the big picture, in the big scheme of things, does it matter? No. Does it matter how you fold that fitted sheet that you see on Facebook everywhere or whatever social media and how to fold a fitted sheet? Does it matter? No. Most of y'all would have a heart attack if I open the cabinet where my sheets are. Because you know why? Those are things that I'm not going to sweat. I'm not going to worry about. It doesn't matter. My fitted sheet is rolled in a giant ball and shoved into a cabinet. How many of y'all do that? I'm going to guess a lot don't, because I've seen the fitted sheet, how to fold it. Those are the things that sometimes I think we have got to give ourselves grace on, because those things don't matter. All your Tupperware lined up perfectly with your lids here and another thing here. I'd rather be spending my time doing something else than that. But I know there's a lot of people that does matter, and that's okay. But I'm just saying, I'm going to allow myself, when I open that cabinet and go, oh my God, where do you think that lid is that goes to this? It may be in this cabinet here, or it may be in this cabinet here. I'm going to give myself grace about that. Because in the big picture, everyone's, first of all, happy that I'm even cooking. But in the big picture, that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What matters is what your family's doing, especially right now with COVID all crazy. You know, your kids, your significant other, your parents, your whatever that looks like, your brothers, your sisters, whatever that looks like. These are the things that matter. Yes, someone put OCD. There's a lot of us that are OCD. I am not. I'm not. Now, there are some things that I think, okay, that needs to be done a certain way or whatever. Cleaning needs to be done. But those little things, there are little things that matter and there are little things that don't matter. Now, if Charles wants to come and fold the towels because he likes to have them folded, he likes to fold them that way, man, here's a pile. I'm not gonna sweat it because he likes that. I'm not gonna sweat that. You do that. If someone else in your family likes something a certain way, let them do that. It's on you, because it doesn't matter. Some of these things don't matter. And I think a lot of times we get so caught up in what something is what we think that's supposed to look like, OCD or whatever. This carpet has to be perfectly straight here. This needs to be perfectly straight here. I'm talking about random stuff. But it actually causes a lot of chaos in people's lives. And kind of what I wanted to bring to the attention is, if it is something that brings chaos to your life because it's not done, then maybe understanding to the other person, it doesn't bring chaos to them, but maybe the knowing that, oh my gosh, I didn't maybe do that the right way, or didn't do this the right way, that brings chaos inside inwardly to someone about something that it's not that they don't care, but it's not important. Some of those little things. And there are many, many little things that are important that you can do for someone, that you can do for yourself. So I just listed a couple of crazy things that don't really matter to me. You think of, we all have a junk drawer. Ooh, there's some things that on the outside of my house, the counters, the whatever, that I keep clean. I keep off, not cluttered, I should say, not clean, but I mean, yes, they're clean, but not cluttered. The junk drawer, there may be more than one. I'm just saying, little things. So sometimes we have to give ourselves grace for either not letting something be important or letting something be way too important and we've let it overtake us. And we need to give grace to others who that is important to them. It's not as important to you, and it's okay. So it's just kind of a multitude of things. But the biggest thing today is giving yourself grace, no matter what that looks like, no matter what it's for, but to take a deep breath and go, does it really matter that I didn't get this done, or that I didn't get this done, or whatever it is, that I'm going through this, or this affected me a way I didn't expect it to? You have to give yourself grace. And with grace, we grow. And that's the biggest thing, is that we're going to grow. We grow every day when we acknowledge the things that we're going through. So that's my thing today. I'm not very long. I feel because the running was important to me today, I didn't put down a lot on paper, which I'm a fly by the seat of my pants anyway type person. So that's what I really, what matters today is grace. So I don't have anyone, or it's not showing up on me right here to talk. So if I have any comments, I cannot see them. But I hope you guys are having a great day. And if anything is going on with you, or you have questions, or you want to talk about a certain topic, just give me a message, send me a DM, and we'll definitely talk about that. I'm going to also put up a Zoom, which I haven't done in a long time, as a group. It's been a couple months since I've done that. So we're going to put together a Zoom group that you can participate in. The link is not public. It is only for those that want to participate in it. And it's with people who have survived or are going through an abusive relationship. So if you are that person, or you know someone that it could help, let me know. We're putting it together. It'll probably be in about 2 weeks, and put it together. And last time we were on for over an hour, but it can be like you went over to someone's house, a come as you go. And there is no agenda. It's talking about what someone may be going through, or what they need some help on, or their friend or family member, or whatever the case may be. We've had up to 30 people on a Zoom and as a group. And it's just, it's the best thing, because everybody can participate. And sometimes on these lives, it's very hard for me to get feedback or to find out what's going on. And it makes it kind of crazy when I do these. But if you know of anyone that would like to participate in that, we have a lot of members from different groups that have to be survivor groups, or different domestic abuse groups that come in and just listen or just talk about what's going on. So if you're interested in that, send me a message and we'll get the link together and get it sent to you. So a couple of good things coming up. And I'm trying to think what else to talk about today. Hopefully y'all had a great day and you didn't go through anything crazy. Like I said, I went through something earlier today that I didn't anticipate. I knew I was going to tell my story, but I didn't anticipate the emotions that came up, and it was interesting. So when I know more about that, because it's actually going to be a podcast later. So when I know more about that, I'll let you know. It'll be probably 2 series, but it's with one of my friends who is amazing. And you'll love to listen to all of her podcasts, not just this one. But it was a good place to be, to have the grace that I needed to give myself, and for her to sit and listen and give me the same. So hopefully you guys have a great evening. And again, message me if you want to hear something. And last but not least, remember to give yourself grace. I'm sorry that this was kind of so quickly, but give yourself grace for whatever you're going through, especially for those things that don't matter as much as you put into it. So go, and see you later. Have a great day.